Hi, I'm Moody, feeling moody. It's time for a moon message. Today's moon is the last quarter moon in Scorpio. This reading is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and both nodes, Scorpio. Holy Spirit, Angel Guides, Spirit Guides, what is the August reading for Scorpio? Hi, Scorpio. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. I'm grateful that you are here. I want you to know that I hope something resonates with you. I hope this is your reading. And let's get right into it. So if you have listened to me before, you know that I always give the Native American name of the moon each month, and August has a name of the sturgeon moon. This is because the Native American tribes located in Great Lakes region found that the sturgeon freshwater fish was abundant and plentiful during August. They also realized that this fish kind of let them know that they were close to the season changing. Because sturgeon fish are abundant, they return annually. This made the tribes associate them with some spiritual themes. They felt they were pretty strong. They exhibited strength, resilience, resourcefulness, perseverance, showing the ability to navigate life's currents and to, in spite of that, to make progress. Right. And that's what Spirit wants us to know in August. We are strong. We have the strength, the resilience, the resourcefulness, the perseverance. And we are able to show the ability that we can navigate life's currents and in spite of that, make progress. So August is about making progress, right? Scorpio, it's a time when kids go back to school. We get down to business, going over our budgets, our money. Right, back down to business. And one thing about this fish, it's a solitary fish, meaning they like to hang out with other fish of the same aptitude, likeness, like-mindedness, right? They like their own kind, especially during mating season. And that also happened in August. But for males, mating really only happens once or twice a year. And I can hear my male viewers saying that wouldn't work here. But it also happens 2 to 4 times a year for females. So it's not a lot. They're kind of choosy about when, and equally as choosy about with who they're going to reproduce. They in August are in what's called schools or groups of fish. And this helps them foster a strong community because I said they like to be with like-minded people. So they're able to be more authentic, more of themselves, not having to put on any type of airs. They're accepted for who they are. And this is what is fostering positive connections among them. So they have a very strong community. The sturgeon fish is a meaty fish. It's not a flim-flam fish. They have a lot of meat and they fill you up, right? You're satisfied. You're full after you eat them. They also have eggs, which are used to produce caviar. They're a delicacy. So now this ups the ante on sturgeon fish and why the Native Americans thought so much of them. I also want to talk about astrologically what's going on, because there is a planetary parade, a planetary alignment of like 6 planets. They are Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And they're pretty powerful planets. Can you imagine all of that energy in alignment, in agreement, in harmony? Also, on that day, which is August the 9th, you not only have this alignment, you have the full moon in Aquarius. Talk about energy. Whoa. August is packed with energy change. And then, of course, there's the new moon on August 23rd, and that's in Virgo. But let's get back to this planetary parade, because Spirit really wants me to highlight that it's an opportunity for aligning with forces universally. And all of those planets, imagine that energy, that when it is harmonized, it can create a potent atmosphere for personal growth, manifestation, and collective shifts. It is said that when there is a planetary alignment, it can be seen as correlating significant events from the celestial to the earthly realm. Now let's think about that for a minute. As above, so below. That's what that means. And I think Spirit is sending us a message by having all of these planets align, that we too should align down here. That there is an interconnectedness between us, especially on Earth. And so, therefore, when you look at some things that are happening on Earth that interconnect us, one comes to mind, which is Gaza. We all feel terrible about that. But the fact of the matter is, if we are silent, if we don't really collectively take a stance that causes a shift, then we're going along with it. We're kind of co-signing it. And so Spirit, first of all, wants to have a deeper connection with you in August. Right. Now's a good time to form that relationship if you haven't yet. It's better to know him before something occurs than to not know him and need him. Okay. But also, he is going to give us a greater sense of unity. Holy Spirit is very inclusive, right? And personal. And he longs for a relationship with you. He is the source. God is the source. Jesus Christ is the source. But whoever you call him, you know there's a source. And it's also a time when the planets align of collective consciousness, okay? And so when it's in the cosmic, it is our subconscious, a higher dimension. And when it's in the physical, the 3D, it's us aligning, because bringing collective consciousness to a social injustice or anything that's negative that's happening on the planet. Can we just say that? That consciousness is what causes a global shift, a change, a recognizable change. The potency of all of that energy coming together against that, with divine empowering us, we're sure to win. And not only that, there are so many global issues, right? Feeding everybody, feeding the world. And I think they probably have a company, organization, right? And that's one that lost funding. I mean, people are losing their jobs, healthcare, a lot of negative energy now. And this is a spiritual battle, spiritual warfare. Don't think that it's anything else. That's what it is, good and evil. From the beginning of time till now, right? And that's why God is God. He doesn't change. But this is the time that we have to begin to think upon and manifest and align with setting intentions that address goals that impact us. Because if it's happening anywhere in the world, it happens to us. We are interconnected. So also, the planetary alignment on 8-9 is a time, something that a portal opens and the communication is more fluid. It's much more clear. Like, it's a time to be able to get things done, to harmonize, to create a potent atmosphere for growth, for manifestation, for a major shift. That's what's coming here, the need to prepare for this. You're going to have to choose a side between good and evil, right? And that starts with aligning our own individual energy in harmony with our spiritual path, with the cosmic flow. So I just got to say, a lot's going on, Scorpio. In August, you know what else? Before I leave, I want to say Pluto's in retrograde still. You know, Pluto's retrograde this year has been the longest retrograde. It's 168 days. So you needed much more time to be introspective, to really do a deep dive on you, on what you want, and on how you're going to get it. Yeah, I think a lot of secrets also have been coming to the surface with you going inward, because things are moving in slow motion. They are moving, but it could be very slow, and that's because of this retrograde. And for some reason, you need it longer than others. Let's see why. All right, tell me, going to the tarot now. Tell me what Scorpio needs to hear today, Holy Spirit, for August. What's this month's most important thing for Scorpio? The Lovers. And you know, you are the sign of sex. Oh, so Ace of Pentacles. But maybe you don't want just regular sex. You want true love this time. You want something solid, something tangible, something you can hold on to and it won't flee you. Oh, yes, coming out of a very difficult situation where love was concerned. So maybe you wanted that but didn't get it. Okay. Instead, you got lessons. 10 of Wands. Back-breaking, ball-breaking lessons. So I see you've been going through some things during this retrograde, prior to it in the past. What's going on currently in August? Let's say the middle of August for Scorpio. Okay. Yeah. Somebody decides they don't want to be a player anymore. They don't want to deal with inconsistency. They don't want to waste their time, I'm hearing. The 6 of Wands is at the center of it all. That's victory. That's success. So I'm hearing this time around in love, somebody wants victory and success. And they realize that they hold the key to that. Wow. I like that. Very mature. Or maturing. And they have a choice. You know, they can either water and add value to their cup and nurture what it is that they want to manifest until success appears. I also feel like you are being told to, if you're working on some business venture or you're thinking about a second stream of income, you need to do this business alone. Right. This isn't something that a other people have the skill for. You're the master, you're the skilled one. That's for some of you, right? Sometimes we think we need a group to be successful, but you don't. You need the proper skills, and you seem to have them. Yeah. This is about being successful, being at peace, and keeping your mind on the prize, filling up your Ace of Cups. Okay? And maybe that's what you were doing, minding your business, right? But you know, people somehow, why is the Seven of Swords here? Oh, all of this was to help you transform from the past into the current and the future. That's what August is about. Becoming more consistent, becoming more stable, not being reactive, not letting anybody take you out of your element in August. Because you are going through a major transformation. You're the sign of transformation. This is your card, the Death card, which is an ending, a beginning. An ending, so there can be a beginning. With the Seven of Swords reverse, things do transform, right? Either you no longer deal with that group of people. Somehow it was dispersed. Okay. Because that cycle had to come to an end. Whoever is the player here, they may have manipulated your heart, Leo, Aries, Sag. I'm kind of feeling what goes around comes around, even though this isn't the Judgment card, but it is recalibrating. Like they get to feel what they have done to you. Maybe somebody plays the same game on them, which makes them think, wow, did I do this to Scorpio? Or this is how Scorpio may have felt when I did something. What else does Scorpio need to know in August, spirits? Okay, what else? Anything else? Okay, anything else? Anything else? Okay, there you go. So these were first. Yeah, this is about the Ace of Cups. You focusing on your wish fulfillment, what is going to make you happy, and what you should be doing next. This is about taking action. We heard that August is a time to get back down to business. That means focusing on you, your goals, your objectives. So don't pay attention to what is going on externally in August. What's more important is that you're nurturing what you need to nurture in order to be successful. You're focused on your cup. There's haters, though. There are haters. Somebody's hating on anybody who's focusing on their cup. You know, there's a lot of people, rather than focus on their own cup, they're going to focus on you, focusing on yours, and hating you because you're making progress. But yet, they're not focusing on their own cup. But here you are. You know, you are freeing yourself from negative situations and advancing forward. And Spirit is with you. You have 1, 2, 3 major arcanas. The Lovers, and that starts with you loving yourself, Ace of Cups. The Death card, transforming from this negative situation where all they were backstabbers, right? You brought that to an end. And thank God that cycle ended. And you began to focus on your own cup. And that's what put distance between you and this negative energy. Right. You're going to be focusing on you in August, and that is what's going to bring you justice. And then there's this Aquarian energy, the need to do something new, start something new. You have 2 Aces of Pentacles. Whatever is new that's coming in August, it is tangible. It is sustainable. It makes you feel good. You're happy. These are blessings and these are opportunities. And because you're focusing on them, they don't pass you by. You don't miss them. Tell me about love for Scorpio. Let's talk directly about love. What's going on here? Spirit, what does Scorpio need to know? Oh, there is a past life relationship. You have known each other before. Now, there is somebody in the past life that you have been with romantically, clearly. Spirit says, keep an open mind. You may not realize this, but this person is your soulmate. Now, for some reason, I don't think they're in your life yet, because true love is what you're seeking in August. That was the first card, remember? But Spirit is telling you there's a soulmate who was a past life love. In every life, they look for you, Scorpio. And they're looking for you now. I think maybe in August, through this transformation, you've got a new journey starting. That may be the time towards the end of August. Tell me more. Is there something else with romance, angels, spirit? Is there anything else? Okay, no. So tell me about this past life soulmate. Keep an open mind, Spirit says. Scorpio. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations, I'll say, because true love always looks and feels different. Right. Oh, man. A big issue for you in this relationship is trust. You need to have trust in a relationship in order for it to flourish. So Spirit is telling you trust is maybe a big issue that for you to work on internally, because it involves you being vulnerable, right? True love is true. You don't have to, it's unconditional. You don't put on any airs or anything like that. This is just remarkable. It's a remarkable relationship. The Spirit said it's remarkable. What's coming in is your soulmate. So that's the first thing that's important. You're getting confirmation on that, which means it is true love. And it is a past life. They've known you before. Okay. That's what makes it true. That's what Spirit said. Because when you know each other and you accept each other unconditionally, that's true love. Absolutely. Anything else, Spirit? For Scorpio, love. Okay. What else do we want to talk about? Let's keep these decks coming and see what energy August for Scorpio, Spirit. Scorpio in August. Okay. Sweet success. And you have that at the center of your reading, the Six of Wands. It's not difficult to get everything you want right now. Right. I'm talking about this is sweet. What? This is gonna be a sweet, successful month. You're gonna see the fruits of your labor. It's time to reap the fruits and to gain riches. You could become rich. You do have two aces of pentacles. Something tangible, solid, a good foundation could come in the form of money. Okay, what else, Spirit, does Scorpio need to know in August? Oh, okay, too. That's good. Let go of old and make way for the new. You may find yourself being distracted by random thoughts, fears, doubts. And this is the last quarter. Also, it's about letting go of fears and doubts. Any shadow energy, anything that holds you back, anger, resentment, all of that lower vibrational energy, Spirit saying let that self go, because that's what somebody's being distracted by, that lower energy. Don't allow yourself to be governed by them, right? Externally. Yeah, simply observe and choose to take aligned actions and choices. Yeah, choices that align with you, paying attention to your cup, taking your energy and reversing it inward. Pluto is asking you to do that during retrograde. If this is meant to be, it will be, and you won't have to force it. Yeah, what is coming in, I feel like is meant to be. It's true love. It's going to work. You know, when God shows up and gives you love, it shows up in clarity, in truth, peace, calm. That's what this is going to show up as. You won't have to force anything. So the cosmic alignment tells us to let it flow, to let it be, let it come to you. You are attracting everything that you need. This is a time of alignment, even as individuals. Trust the timing of your life, Scorpio. You have to live life like that, right? Every day is your day. It is. What else does Scorpio need to know? Spirit. August. The sturgeon moon. You are being called to use your voice right now. Maybe you, Scorpio, are the one that is organizing or joining a bunch of energies to combat a social injustice. You're the ethical one, standing up. Where are you called to use your voice right now? So some of you are called. You are the sturgeon fish. You make a difference here. You have a soul script that was written to be spoken. Your story matters, and it's time for you to share it with the world. Some of you could be working on yourself, a book, something that you're going to share with the world. I knew you had a purpose like that. Share your story with at least one person. Be brave to speak your truth. Your voice will be the catalyst for healing others. Wow. That's very interesting. Powerful calling. What else does Scorpio need to know about the Sturgeon Moon month? You are strong. You are resilient. Yeah, you are very powerful. Heightened sense of intuitiveness, awakeness. You are very much on it. You're an influencer. Yes. People like your voice too. Yes, they do. You can use your voice for change. 2 cards telling you this. Where am I called to use my voice was the previous one. And now you're being told that you're an influencer. You can use your voice for change. You may do public speaking, social videos, interviews. Your voice and opinions are important. So this not only has to do with who you love, but what you love, what you're being called to do, your purpose. This is going to fulfill you just like that sturgeon fish fills people up. It satisfies them. This is going to satisfy you. This is a wish come true. Your wish is being granted. It may not come in the way that you want. So you were told that for love. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type. And in general, or maybe in terms of what you want, your wish may not come in the way that you expected it. No worries though. Spirit said everything is happening in August just as you need it to. Wow, you are an influencer. Okay. I believe that. Definitely in the flow in August, the cosmic flow, the need to align. And I think you're taking a leadership role somehow in a social justice, group. Because you're grouping with like-minded fish, other fish that feel the same way about you, morals, values, that want to make a change, that have a voice. We heard you have a voice. And Spirit says he's even sending you help. He's sending you help. Tap into your inner powers. Go deep. Create the purposeful life you really want to have. Wow. This is a very deep month for you. Anything that's hidden, I feel it comes to the surface. You only want to deal in truth, light, and clarity. You're standing up for something. You're using your voice for something. Spirit says, we are always speaking to you and sending you messages. When you feel like you are alone in a situation, just know that you are never truly alone. Spirit has deployed angel guides and spirit guides to be with you, to help you get to what your purpose is, to use your voice. We are reminding you to not look around, but just to believe in something else and something more. We've got your back. Okay. Spirit's got you because you have a purpose here. Your voice is going to influence others. Okay. And you have help coming. So that means like-minded people. I don't know what made me do this. People are going to be so jealous of this soulmate coming in. Yeah, because you may commit to them. And somebody could have wanted you to commit to them in the past, but now they see you committing to this person in the future. Okay, so that's just a drama alert, I'm being told. Okay, give me an angel number for Scorpio. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. You can put this angel number in 0110. Belief systems, the Hierophant, is very important this month. Go after what you want. And you're unique. You are unique. You have a special voice. That's part of your destiny. So if you feel inspired to speak, speak. To write, write. Those are talents. They're also going to appear as gifts, and you're going to appreciate them and have gratitude because you're blessed with talents and skills that make it easy for you to stand out from the crowd. Your voice, Scorpio, I'm telling you. You need to embrace what makes you different. That's your path to success. Your dreams will come true soon. 0110. Belief system is very important. And who you hang around. Who you school with, right? The fish actually create groups of like-minded people for a higher purpose using your voice. All right, I'm going to keep you in prayer with that. Until the next moon phase, namaste.